life.
All right.
Hey, everybody. This is Will. This is Will here. Superhero. And coming with Kyle. And this is with Dustin. From what?
Two Brothers Comics. How you doing, man?
Oh, not too bad yourself.
Doing good, man. Doing good. Got one more day of work left this week, and then I get me a day off, hopefully. So I'm looking forward to that.
So, did you, did you hear about Austin State Garden?
I did. I did. And it was really, really something I found to be hard to believe, man. Because when I interviewed him last year, and even before the interview, talking to him, and after the interview, talking to him,
Or,
he he seemed like a straightforward guy. I mean, he really seemed like a stand-up guy. But I also, breaking news, I did see this from Nick, and it is a post from Galactic Productions on May 20th, 2022. That was today. Austin St. John is a father, husband, role model, and friend to many. The incident detailed today is populated by a multitude of individuals, the majority of which Austin had no knowledge of and never met or interacted with. It is our understanding that Austin put his faith, reputation, and finances in the hands of third parties whose goals were self centered and ultimately manipulated and betrayed his trust. We accept Austin's legal term to successfully defend against the charges and lead to the ultimate exoneration. We ask that you respect the privacy of Austin's family, and in light of the serious situations, we thank you for your support. So, maybe whatever happened, he had no knowledge of. Fingers crossed.
yeah, but critical to kill, even though he did not know about it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it shakes out good for him because he just I don't know, it just doesn't seem like I said, I just didn't I'm feel like I'm pretty good with reading people, especially in person. And I just Nick and I both said the same thing. Like he just seemed like such an upstanding guy. Um, very, very much about integrity. And I don't know, man. It just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't seem right, but who knows, man?
It
People fool people all the time.
doesn't count him.
Yeah.
Just like what's up one related that he couple.
Are you talking about the Red Ranger that killed somebody with a sword?
Yeah.
I don't.
Before
I,
before
I don't know
found
which one that was, but
before we found out that he really did it
mm-hmm.
didn't sound like him.
Mm-hmm.
But it was him.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people were putting up pictures of Steve Cardenas, which was the second Red Power Ranger. So I don't know. A lot of people, something like that pops up. Everybody wants to have a piece of it, so people just start throwing up, you know, whatever they can find, get their hands on. Don't even have a clue about what's going on. So sometimes it's better to let the story unfold a little bit. But I mean, we do it. We cover news and stuff too. So you got to strike while the iron's hot. And if you're wrong, sometimes you got to go back and say, okay, so we jumped too soon. We were wrong, and this is actually what happened. And so maybe that's what'll happen here.
Even like to get the facts
Mm-hmm.
before tell the whole story. If you don't have the facts, how will you improve?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you don't got the facts, man, but we see it all the time where these media outlets just comment on things with no factual evidence, just going off of hearsay and things. I mean, it happens all the time in all aspects of media all over the world all the time. So um,
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like the world runs on bad media. So I mean, We'll see. I know for people like you and I who grew up watching him and looked at him as a childhood hero, and even my son, I mean that's his favorite Power Ranger.
Yeah.
It's hard for us to believe, and we definitely want to see the best in it and hope that something comes to light that's gonna uh you know
Yep.
show that that actually wasn't the case. So fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I love JDF, but I would have expected something more like this to come from him than I would Austin St. John, honestly.
Yes.
Just from being around him and meeting with him and talking to him several times and just how he carried. I mean, I don't know. Not that I'm saying he's a scoundrel or anything. Like I don't think that at all, but it wouldn't have come as big a surprise to me had it come out that this was something JDF did as it did that Austin St. John did, just because the guy just seemed like he was loaded with integrity when I met him. I mean, the things that we talked about on camera and off camera, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. But I am a big JDF fan. I mean, got the original Green Ranger hardhead plush back there from
Yeah.
1993. So, I mean, come on.
But I remember uh Architect Kong and Kamal get not really get along.
Yeah.
Now, what else you want to talk about, Lou?
Um,
Besides bad news.
did you get to go see Doctor Strange yet?
Huh?
Have you seen the new Doctor Strange movie?
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no. Okay. Well, we won't talk about that then. Nick and I just decided literally about 10 minutes before we went on the air last Saturday that we were going to go live and talk about Doctor Strange. We weren't going to do a Babylon, and he had just saw Doctor Strange and he was dying to talk about it. So I was like, all right, well, I got to work in the morning, but let's go live and talk about it real quick. So kind of an impromptu deal.
So, anything good happened because let's, let's talk about DC if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Discovery taking over
Mm-hmm.
Warner?
Yep. I heard about DC being taken over by Discovery, and they're cleaning house over there, man. They're canceling shows left and right. They're canceling ambassadors left and right. I mean, we didn't even get a video posted before we got canned.
You killed the still alive. And it's a Flash and Superman Lois.
And Batgirl.
No.
No, I thought Batgirl got canceled.
Oh. No, that's the movie.
Oh, okay.
That was not canceled.
Oh, okay.
You can't let that look up.
Okay. Well, and some good news on Batman is we did see that we are getting the Batman Part 2. So that's awesome.
Oh.
I don't know if you're looking forward to it, but I know I am.
You know what I mean? I'm definitely looking for it.
Yep, for sure. Me too, man. I'm excited about it. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing um Pattinson continue to evolve as an actor in that role. Looking forward to obviously seeing if we're gonna get what new villains we're gonna get. Personally, I'd like to see someone other than the Joker. I mean,
You can,
I'd love to
I,
see Colin Farrell back as the Penguin,
I,
and
ain't it his own series on HBO Max?
yep. And they're supposed to be doing I think like an Arkham Asylum series as well. So that sounds exciting as well.
there's one show I wanted out. Is that the CW documentary based, is kind of based off a video game,
Okay.
and the video game has not come out yet.
Well, that could change too because I saw in several different, and I can't remember who published the articles, but I think I read 2 different articles where they're going to be selling off the video game rights to DC.
Wait, the Warner?
I think so. So I didn't read the whole article. It was kind of one of those things where I saw it in passing, kind of flipped through it, but um, I remember a couple weeks ago seeing that, and I was like, man, like, and that was about the time we found out about the shows getting canceled. That was about the time we got the email letting us know that they are canceling the um, ambassador program that we were part of. So who knows what's going to happen?
Did you hear about the witnesses based off the supernatural?
What now?
The supernatural
Mm-mm.
playoffs?
No, I didn't. I haven't heard about that.
And it's like, from what I saw, I think it's based off where the dad first meet their mom. I'm not 100% sure. Who knows what the CW doing?
Yeah. I mean, I hope anything that they put out is a success at this point. I mean, um, it just seems like over the past few years that there's been so much negativity that's been uh, drug along with anything DC does, and it's not warranted all the time. Um, but then yet it feels like Marvel, everything they do is looked at through rose colored glasses, and it's just the greatest thing ever, and it is not at all times the greatest thing ever. So
Marvel.
yeah, honestly, that's how I mean, and I consider myself to be in the middle of all camps. Like I don't consider myself a DC guy or a Marvel guy or an indie guy. Like I like it all. But there's I don't know if it's that it seems like there's more fans of Marvel out there, or they're just a lot louder than the DC fans. But
I'm not lying.
yeah, I mean, I don't ever see anything. I don't hardly. I mean, unless you're watching Mark, or Steve, everybody's always bashing on DC, and it's not warranted all the time. I think a lot of times people don't even watch the stuff or read any of it before they know, and that's why I don't. If I haven't watched it or haven't read it, like I try not to talk about it because you know at that point I don't see how you can have an opinion.
Yeah. I don't see anything but vote on here. Wow. It's just before vote was it just vote.
Let me share it out to a couple of people.
Yeah, thank you. So, can you talk about what happened with DC with you and Nick?
Basically, we just got an email that just said that they've decided to end the program as a whole, and I think a
Wow.
lot of it has to do with the fact that the stuff they were sending us and the videos they were having us make were to promote their movies coming out, and since
Wow.
everything that they're doing has been pushed back, then like that, I guess they don't have a need for us anymore at this point until we get closer to the movies releasing again, because like the first box we got, it was all, stuff for the new Batman. The next one, I know we're getting one that's supposed to be pet themed, because they're doing the Super Pets animated film. So without having the films for us to promote with the products they're giving us, I guess they just looked at it as something that wasn't necessary at that point. But it was crazy because they sent us the email before they approved the first video, and I think we've already gotten 3 boxes and 3 videos. So it was kind of crazy.
Well, glad that happened, man. I was looking forward to you guys to be the DC ambassadors.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I mean, it happens, and it was something cool. We were proud of the fact that they, we didn't lobby for it. We didn't know anything about it. Honestly, we thought it was spam. We didn't Nick and we didn't even answer the email until they sent us a follow-up email, because it just didn't make sense. Like, you know, we didn't like, enter in a contest. We didn't sign up. We didn't know anything about it. Like, you came straight to us, and so we thought it was kind of strange that DC Comics, Warner Brothers media teams would reach out to Two Brothers Comics to be an ambassador for them. So, you know,
Yeah.
hey, what's up, bud? What's up, Lasso? So it was something we weren't expecting. So, the fact that they got rid of it and canned the idea, it makes sense. So, um, it wasn't a huge loss, I guess.
Well, it's a loss for them.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
A loss for them.
All right, I shared that out in our members group.
So, yes, that's crazy. I was so happy for you guys. I was.
Yeah, we were excited, man. I posted some encryptic stuff on Instagram for a couple of months leading up to the whole ordeal. We were waiting for them to send us the first box. Like, we wanted to make it a big deal where we get this, it's just out of nowhere. Hey, guess what we're doing now with DC Comics and Warner Brothers? And they were sending us these boxes of all this merchandise and stuff, and that was stuff we were going to give to the members. So I think the biggest losses would be for the members, because we were excited to be able to give them some stuff that would be exclusive to those boxes. So, but we've got some other stuff we're working on. We're working with getting some new sponsorships going, so that we can get the BroBox monthly giveaways back on track, because that's been a whole debacle this year. So, oh, that's really cool, man. You as Batman, look at that. That looks like an Austin LeMay original right there.
Yeah, it's Burke and Batman. It's not me, it's Burke.
That's Burke?
As you see in 54.
Oh, okay. Well, it could have fooled me. You can just tell everybody it's you. I won't tell.
And he really good Panda and Robin.
Oh man, I'll have to see if I can get Adrian to show me that. I can only imagine. I bet that was a good one too.
So guys, is there anything that you want us to talk about? Let us know. We already talked about the bad news. We'll talk about good news.
I've got a new venture I'm getting into, man. I don't know if you caught any of the show Saturday, but my press finally came in. Um, I built this studio last year. My wife helped me, and we got this studio taken care of, where I do all my recording and stuff. And it's just an absolutely phenomenal room. And then the room next to it, we're setting that up to be a room where I can do pressing and cleaning, and have a space where I can pack all my books up and stuff from Whatnot as well. But the big thing is the getting the press, and I've got someone who is been gracious enough to bestow their knowledge on me and help me learn to press and clean like a professional. And between that and um, some stuff I'm working on with my local comic shop, I'm hoping, and this is I haven't told many people this. And the people I did tell, I don't think I think they think, I don't know. I don't think they believe I'm gonna do it. But my goal is by this time next year to be out of construction and be working with my local comic shop, selling online, doing all their online sales, working at the shop, pressing and cleaning, doing all that stuff full time, and doing comics full time as a job, doing something that I actually want to do instead of waking up at 4 o'clock every morning and wanting to drive my head through the sheetrock wall, rather than get up and get in the truck and go to work, you know?
Did you hear that Panda rearranging the wall?
Mm-mm.
He cut all the comic books down, and he's going to go quote me on this. I think he said that he's going to put his family, his kids on the wall.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I see pictures.
That's cool.
I'm not 100% sure. Because he have my ears are always work, so.
Well, I think that'd be something pretty cool to do. I've got some stuff my kids done for me in here in the house, like or in here in my room. Which side's it on? Here it is. So this is something my kid made a couple of years ago, and I keep it taped to the backside of my computer monitor. I don't want to.
Oh, good. You're not into that.
So my son made this last year at school. It's his hand, and they turned it into Batman.
Oh, cool.
So
I was kind of nervous.
yeah, it's got his name on there. So I keep that in here, and he's drawn some. He's done some little drawings and stuff, but he likes to come in here and hang out all the time too. So I think it's cool to have some stuff that represents your family in your studio. I think that's pretty cool.
Maybe one day we could have him come out one day, and then you go him back.
Yeah, maybe sometime. Yeah, I've had him. He's done a couple of videos with me in the past.
Yeah,
Um,
talk about any of that.
yeah. How many practice books to do you have to perfect your pressing technique? Well, I just got my press in 2 days ago, and I mean, I've been so busy the past couple weeks have been ridiculous at work. I've been basically coming home, grab a shower, haven't even really been eating, maybe a little bit here and there, and hit the sack because my alarm clock goes off so early, and then I'm back at work all day. So I haven't even had time to plug it up. But I've got a ton of books in here that I can use for practicing.
Cool.
But the fact that I'm gonna have a guy that's how he makes his living, and he's good. Uh, the fact that I'll have him really coaching me through the process. I feel like I'm kind of going to be eliminating a lot of the trial and error stuff, and it's going to be more of a, you know, follow the ingredients to make the cake, and it's going to come out right. So I'm sure I'm going to tear some stuff up, mess some stuff up. Obviously, you know, it's everything like that's going to be a major learning curve, but we'll see though. We'll see. I'm excited to get into it though. I mean, it's something Nick and I have said every year since we started YouTube that we were going to learn to do this, and Nick was really on it a lot more than I was, and so surprisingly, I was the one that pulled the trigger first. But yeah, definitely excited about it though. Looking forward to where it's going to take me, um, just in general. You know, like I said, you know, I hope to eventually be able to use that as a way to get out of doing what I'm doing for a living right now.
Yeah, can you keep an eye on the time for me? I can't really keep kind on the phone.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
This is a book I actually picked up to it's going to be, you know, once I feel comfortable with what I'm doing, this is going to be one of the first ones that I'm going to test myself on. Um
Oh, yeah,
everybody,
so,
yeah, everybody knows Canto number 1 is just one of those books, man, that it's hard to get a 9.8 on because of the creases from the manufacturer, and this one's got it's got 2 or 3 creases on here that are about an inch long, and I'm gonna see what I can do with it. See what I can do with it. Got a 9.4, super duper cheap. I want it, so you know, as cheap as I got it, even if I accidentally burn the cover off of it, you know, you know, for winning it in a raffle or whatever, it's not that big a deal. But um, well, Alan, so yeah, the presses. I kind of thought that too. You know, you just buy a standard T-shirt press and you're good. But like my press cost, it was not cheap. I could have bought a really nice Silver Age key for what I spent on this press. Um, and that's your main tool, man. So it's one of those things like when you have someone that does it for a living, that makes a lot of money on it and takes it very seriously and has perfected their craft, and they tell you not to go buy the Amazon T-shirt press or whatever. If you want the results that I'm getting, you know, buy a good press. Buy, and he gave me a specific one to purchase, and I trusted that. I'm trusting this guy, 100%. And so I picked up the one he told me to pick up, and they're super hard to find. Nick actually did some research on the CGC and pressing forums, and he was like, "Okay, it checks out, man. That's the one everybody says to get." And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "The only problem is I can't find one anywhere." I said, "That's what I said, man. Like you can't. Like that's the problem with them, is like that's the one people want. So when they pop up for sale, people grab them because you know you once you get really good, I don't know any pressers that do it seriously, that work off of a single press. So, you know, if people have one, they'll grab it. If they need, you know, they'll have 2, 3, 4 of them. So, uh, you know, it's definitely one of those things. Like you don't want to cheap out on that one. Like that is the main thing. So,
yeah. So, yeah. Finger cut a lot of batteries and a couple of power rangers.
okay.
I hit my voice crack. I'm sure you heard it crack a couple times. But yeah, so
I got a book back from CGC today. I had sent about 12 books to CGC 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I got one of them back today, and haven't opened it yet. I probably won't get to open it tonight because um, gotta hit the sack here soon. Working on Saturday tomorrow, unfortunately. So it'll probably be tomorrow afternoon or Sunday before I get to open it. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what grade that I get on my Fantastic Four 1. That's something I've been looking forward to. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, if you aren't sure on what supplies to get to clean with, man, just hit me up and I'll shoot you I'll shoot you some stuff that I've been using. And the pressing is something I feel like you definitely want to work your way up to a book that is of any value. Like I plan to press, you know, 25 to 30, 50, whatever, quarter books, just stuff like from leftover from that collection I bought that nobody wants to buy. Like I'm going to work on that stuff and work my way up to bigger books. But with the cleaning, I dove right in, man. The first book I cleaned was Daredevil #4. And then from
Oh,
there, I went to Daredevil 16, which was John Romita's first time drawing Spider-Man. I cleaned 2 of those. I cleaned the first appearance of Kite Man. I forget which Batman it is. But with the cleaning, I mean, the biggest thing with that is just having the right tools and being patient, which I am not a patient person at all in any form.
I
But
I can tell.
yeah. What are you trying to say, man? But yeah, I mean, just having patience and being very careful, understanding um the condition of the paper you're working on. I mean, if you're working on something super brittle, you have to understand that you can't just, throw elbow grease in there to it and expect not to tear it, I mean, and good lighting. That's the biggest thing. Because I did mess with one book. It was an old book from the 60s, but it wasn't worth anything. And I was cleaning on it, just seeing how just kind of seeing how the erasers take to that kind of paper, how hard I can press, and how much effort I can really put into it. And my lighting wasn't. I was working off of just one light, one of my box lights that I use, right, like the one I'm using right now, that I use for filming, and it's a pretty good light. But I didn't notice a crease that was basically like right at the top of the book, something like right here, and it was going straight down. And I was cleaning this away and did not see that crease. And that crease had made the paper very fragile right there. And it just tore it about a half of an inch tear right on the top of the book. And I was just like, how did that happen? So upon further investigation and moving the book around in the light, I was like, oh, there's a crease right there, like a really good, nice crease that was folded down at some point right there. And the paper was weak. The fibers of the paper were weak right there, and it tore. So you definitely got to be careful and make sure you have that good light so you can see uh, any of that stuff going on, so that you don't accidentally have that issue. Because to my knowledge, and I could be wrong, to my knowledge, you want to press the book after it's been cleaned. Because if you press, my thought process is if you press it first then clean it, you're going to have to press it again. So you're going to have to be careful around those defects. And even after you press it, like those fibers in the paper, they they've got, a lot. There's a lot. It's still fragile in those places. Even if you get the creases out, if it's been there for a long time, man, it's still going to be a little fragile right there, I think. So Kyle, what have you been up to lately, man? Just hanging around the
I'm
house?
not like trying to figure out what to. Here I go again. Trying to figure out what to write a different voice. Trying to figure out.
You've been giving your sister trouble, giving her a hard time, keeping her on her toes.
Always.
You got a good sister to put up with you, man. I know you're a troublemaker.
Well, I was nothing late.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's one of those things, like, it just, it just makes sense that you would do it that way. Tell you what, pressing and cleaning videos, I'll tell you what, I know some guys that did one that just, eesh, it blew up for the wrong reasons. I'm not gonna say who it was, but that was rough. Nick and I felt really bad about the bad publicity that those guys got on that video, but that was not our intentions, that's for sure. But man, it was the talk of the town in the pressing world on all the CGC forums and pressing Facebook groups. Man, people were just relentless and ruthless in the comments. So I guess it's one of those things like I definitely won't be doing any videos showing my techniques or what I'm doing. That's for sure. Not for a long time anyway.
Speaking of videos, you guys had been making videos for a while.
Yeah, we've been putting them out a little at a time. Nick's still trying to get everything situated in his house, and right now at work, I mean, we've only got two of us. It's me and one other guy, and we've had like 3 or 4 jobs going on since Christmas that have just been nonstop, and it's just been tough. Plus, my son playing baseball. I mean, we would literally have baseball. The days we did not have games, we were practicing. So baseball every night. Plus, he has karate 3 days a week. So
Oh,
it's just,
God.
yeah, it's just been super busy. But Nick and I actually were just talking today about hopefully in the next couple weeks, he'll be situated at his house, and we'll be able to really get back into the swing of things, because it's definitely been a rough start this year. Yeah, I thought he was a great guy, man. Like I said, it was one of those deals where, everybody, knows how to do everything better than whoever they're watching doing it on the screen. Now you got me doing it. But yeah, they got a lot of, there was some pretty hateful comments in there, and we definitely felt bad. I thought Jay was a really cool dude when we talked to him. Like I said, it's just one of those things that you put something out there, and out of over, last I looked, it was over 2,000 views. um there
Wow.
wasn't 2,000 bad comments, though. That's the thing. I mean, but the only people that were commenting were people that were, giving some really, really, really tough reviews on the technique and stuff. So we got a lot of subscribers off of that video, though, and there was, like I said, almost 2,000, a little over 2,000 views last time I looked, and it's been a week. And when you look at the ratio of people that actually drop the angry and mean comments to the people that watch the video, it was a small percentage for sure. So, and a lot of people didn't understand that they were literally just bringing a taste of, like, hey, you hear about pressing and cleaning all the time. This is like a taste of what we do. It's a sampler. This is not given the full attention and the full service that we'll provide on your books. So I think a lot of people just missed out on that part of the video, and that's what they were getting across. Now, when he snapped that slab in half, I will say, you couldn't see me in the video, but I looked at Nick and I was like, oh, what? I thought that was a little bit wild, the way he snapped that slab in half, but I don't think the book was hurt, though.
Did he go like this? Or,
Oh, he just
oh,
he just went snap. I mean, snapped the whole slab in half.
oh,
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. That's
oh.
for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've been writing my own rap recording,
Oh, right on, man.
and I'm also writing. like, I've been writing my own detective story too.
Awesome. That's awesome, man. You get it finished, you'll have to send me a copy.
As soon as I figure out how to do that Google works,
I
the
hear you.
Google Docs, I used to have half of it on my home computer, and the whole computer. So
Well,
that's gone.
it just gives you an opportunity to do it bigger and better this time.
Yeah. Do you have anything coming up besides what you're going to do?
Like I said, I've got Nick and I both have CGC videos coming up. I've got 3 different shipments I'm waiting on to come back. Nick's going to drop some ASM videos, and right now that's about it, man. But I appreciate you having me on, man. It was fun hanging out for a little bit. I wish we could have gotten together last weekend, but my kids' baseball tournament, I didn't think they were going to be playing, and we ended up playing anyway. But I'm glad we could at least hang out for a little bit tonight.
How go?
We ended up winning that night, but the next game was at the same time as their end of the year banquet. So we ended up forfeiting that game and taking the loss, but the kids played great. They had fun though, so
That's all that.
that's all that matters, man. That's right.
So you're still a little bit play baseball and a Cobra Kai.
Right? Yeah. He loves his baseball and karate, man. That's all he wants to do. That's all he wants to do all the time.
You better watch out. You might have a little bit of a Cobra Kai in your house.
Hey, he loves watching Cobra Kai, man. That'd be all right with me. No mercy, baby.
What's funny though? Kerry or the old man? I forget his name.
Mr. Miyagi?
No, well, he's a good guy. I don't like the bad guy.
Oh, the guy with the ponytail?
That's Kerry,
Oh, Terry. Oh, you're talking about
the crazy one.
yeah, I know you're talking about. I forgot it. I forget now too.
That's
Yeah.
gonna hurt my head now. Crease.
Kreese. John Kreese.
I was like, get out of your head.
He did. He did.
That's good, Alex. That's good. So, yeah, so describe, like, comment, say on the notification, and we will see you guys next time.
That's right. You guys subscribe, man. He's almost at 100 subscribers. Share it out. Let's get him there, man. Let's get him to 100 subs. He's getting real close. So thanks for letting me come hang out, man. I enjoyed it. And like he said, everybody make sure you hit the like button on your way out. And if you're watching on the replay, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it to someone.
All right, peace out. Come on. Hey.